the same. Yeah, tell them it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then knock an episode about the part we not the same. Culture not the same, boy, I feel like Robert Dean. And just like Robert been redeemed, glory to the King. I feel like C-Micah, this music with faith in it. Put the word on 808, I'm talking great. Steph Curry with the shot, boy, I'm talking long distance. Boy, you messing with a Grizzly, you would think I played in Memphis. We be going back and forth, this like Serena playing tennis. But it's LLC's up in this thing, that means we stand it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Yeah, this the podcast, not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then knock an episode about the part we not the same.
Hey, nah.
Yo, we are back. Episode 27 of season 2 of the Not the Same podcast. Sports show hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad, gracious, and very, 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 very happy to be here for another Not the Same podcast sports show, man. Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else, or any pirated stream with your pirating self, please do us a favor, do us a solid, and do what you see on the screen in a few seconds. Yeah, you know, got to spin the ball.
Yeah, the pop-up, that might be acting up.
They do be acting up. But do what you see in a few seconds. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, hit that subscribe button. And lastly, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we have our Bible studies. Like last week when we had the Bible study, and this coming week when we have another Bible study. And hey, go ahead and do that, man, and we will appreciate it very, very kindly. What's up, The Voice? What's up, D?
What's good? What up, D?
Voice,
how y'all doing?
That is not Jared Sanders. That is actually our homeboy, Mr. Kyra Montero. Go ahead.
Yeah, oh, okay, I see what he's saying.
Salute to Kyra Montero, our brother.
Shout out to Kyra. Congratulations, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, also, shout out to our rebroadcasters of the Not the Same podcast, man. Our MTMV Sports Famo. As you see in the comments, Mr. The Voice, he's a part of that. Y'all need to check out the main card, man. Also, Live Show TV or Live Show Radio, depending on how you see it, is right there. We also want to talk about RYC Praise News, His Hop, Who's Hop, out on the left coast, our man Sam Stewart, Mr. His Hop himself, His Hop Radio and Podcast Network. We want to thank the rebroadcasters of the Not the Same podcast, man. Super happy about that and grateful. You dig what I mean? As well as all our listeners on the podcast, for your ear pleasure, that don't see it live on the screen on YouTube when we go live or on Facebook. But for those who listen to whatever your podcasting streaming services is, thank you. Make sure y'all give us a 5-star if you like what you're hearing. And we appreciate y'all coming back and listening to what it is that we be talking about on the sports show.
All right, we want to shout out again one more time, our brother, Mr. Kyra Montero. When we introduced our new intro, we didn't tell nobody. We just played it. But we want to get a big salute to our brother, Kyra Montero, who came up with that intro for our sports show. He actually was doing one for our music and faith show. We said, bro, that sounds like sports. So we put it on sports. We're looking to have more new intros that's not us. It's not that we don't like us. We love us. But for some reason, we get flagged for our own music. And we ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are the ones that created the music, but we still get flagged by YouTube. So we have not had not one flag from our new intro by our brother Kyron. And also, one more time, big salute to our brother Kyron, who just had his second baby girl. My boy's a girl dad. And salute to that man and his wife, Jada. Big salute to them. Before we get started, I want to give my homeboy and his wife a big applause. You know what I'm saying? Big salute, big salute. All right, man.
No doubt.
With all that being said, man, let's go and get into and see what's popping. Somebody tell me what's popping. What's popping? What's popping out, man? Our latest news, man, Olympic news, man. The Olympics are going on right now in Paris, France. That's a lot of news about all kind of stuff, a lot of athletes that's doing their thing. Mr. Davis, go ahead.
Let me tell y'all one word something. I am not about to go through every sport that's going on in the Olympics, but what I will tell you is Man, I've been watching table tennis like it is the Super Bowl out this joint, bro. Like they are
Yeah,
intense
yeah,
when it comes to table tennis, bro. The
yeah.
serves, everything. But that ain't what I'm about to update you on. On Tuesday, we got a chance to see just how much the redemption gymnastic team. And we ain't talking about basketball.
Yeah.
Simone Biles and everybody else in Tokyo, we got silver. You remember that was the COVID year. They didn't do so well. Simone
Right.
said, hey, I want to come back to the Olympics. And man, she showed up and showed out along with everybody else. Biles joined Jordan Childs, Sonny Lee, Jay Carey, and bringing in the gold back to the United States, man.
Big salute.
Because remember last year, 4 years ago in Tokyo, they took silver behind Russia. Let me tell y'all something. They fired that boy on his day off. And then they went to the U.S. Olympics, and the men's soccer team got them a win. You dig? They didn't get no wins after their last coach, but they did get. They won 3-0. Medal count so far. I'm sorry. Shout out to the USA basketball team. I'll get to that in a minute, but shout out, they did win today. We'll talk a little more about that when we get the NBA news. But the medal count right now, the U.S. has 30 medals, only 5 golds. But they are leading with 13 silver and 12 bronze. China is the one that leads with 9 total golds right now. And the U.S. is leading everybody with 13 silvers and 12 bronze. That is your Olympic news. Yeah. Again, I'm not going through all them sports. Them boys be on when I wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, rowing their little tails off, handballing. You know what I mean? Badminton, volleyballing. You can watch that yourself. I gave you the medal count. You do the work yourself.
All right, the NBA / Olympic news. Go ahead, bro.
All right. Tyus Jones, he signed a 1-year deal with the Suns, so they picked up them a point guard. You know what I mean? I think that'd be a good fit for them.
Very good pickup for them.
Very good pickup for them because now they get a point guard who can actually facilitate that offense with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and KD. Along with some of the other pickups that they got. It doesn't look like they did much, but that pickup right there is a good pickup because he has a high basketball IQ and he doesn't require to have the ball to shoot. Westbrook, traveling man, however you want to call it. He got traded to Utah, got cut, and now he signed a 2-year deal with the Nuggets. So we'll see what the Nuggets do. I think that's a big pickup for them too because when you got Jamal Murray, Porter Jr., Joker, it's good to have a Westbrook coming off the bench after losing somebody like Caldwell Pope. Now, I think they're one and the same in my opinion as far as how they hit their jumpers. They either hot or they're not. But the difference is
Caldwell Pope and Westbrook.
Listen to what I'm telling you right now. I'm talking about at this point in their career, Caldwell Pope played a role in them winning their championship, right? They lost Caldwell Pope and said that was a big loss. Them picking up Westbrook, I think, will be serviceable enough, especially if he's coming off the bench. It's not the same Westbrook, but he still has a killer mentality, and that heart plays a long way. Okay. When you have that, I'm not putting them on the same page. No, I'm talking about at this point in their career. Also, today the U.S. men's ran through Sudan. Remember that 1-point lead where LeBron had to come through, and it looked like Cleveland. This is what? No, it wasn't none of that. It was a blowout, baby. They won 103-86. Led by Bam Adebayo's 18 points, followed by KD. KD had 14, but his 14 came off. 8 of those came from the line. So the U.S. did their thing today. We'll talk more about some of the things that Steve Kerr is doing with this team. But with 18, good, JT. LeBron only had, I believe, 13 or 14 today. So it's USA basketball. It's a whole different ball game. So if you're thinking people about to put up 30 and 40, it rarely happens when it comes to international play on these USA teams.
Right. All right.
Women's.
Also, also in the NBA, man, I will say this, though. This is part of Olympic news. We are trash on 3-on-3 basketball. We had Jimmy Fredette and 3 other light-skinned dudes I never heard of, or fair-skinned brothers I never heard of, and we got washed. Somebody else need to go over there and take over that because basketball is what we're supposed to be good at. And we was trash on 3-on-3. But anyway, brother, go ahead.
Yeah, see, during the WNBA All-Star weekend, they had an exhibition with the 3-on-3, the USA team and the select team, which was a pretty good thing for their All-Star Friday night during the 3-point. They had a little exhibition. Super dope. But you got to put some people on that team that didn't make the regular team. You can't just go and throw some people on there and say, okay, y'all gonna represent the U.S. because it, like you said, it looks trash. Jimmy Fredette, and the other two people, I don't know them one words. You dig what I'm saying? Shoot, you could have put me and C out there or something. You dig what I mean? And I know we ain't at Olympic level.
Or there's a league called the Big Three. Maybe some of them.
Maybe some of them, but they some seasoned one words over in the Big Three. You dig what I'm saying?
They are.
But you could at least get some G League players over there. Somebody who is at a high level in competition. Because Jimmy Fredette, man, I'm not taking nothing from Fredette, but come on, man. Like I didn't even know we had a. Yeah, that ain't it. But in women's, this is what happened, man. WNBA / USA. Women's USA team basically toyed with Team Japan. It looked like me and C playing with some kindergartens and middle school because of the height difference. You dig what I mean? Aja Wilson, who went into this break as leading MVP candidate. You dig what I mean? She had 24 and 13. Breonna Stewart added 22 and 8 rebounds. And they take on Belgium tomorrow at 2 p.m. So shout out to the women's USA team. The men's USA team, they're dominating. A lot of people thought about the USA team for the women because they lost against the WNBA squad in the All-Star game. Yeah. This happened when they went to Tokyo also, and the USA women's team went on to do what they did, which was win gold. I wasn't worried about it because the bottom line is this. The competition here, the women play different than what the men do. When the women play in their All-Star game, they're playing for pride. They're still playing for pride and trying to prove themselves to the rest of the world that, yo, we do this. Yeah. So when they go over to the world and they play everybody else, same difference. The women's level of basketball, in my opinion, because you got to think about this. The ladies go overseas to play so they can keep getting their bread year round because they don't have the contracts as the men have. Yeah. So international play, when you bring them together, it's like the dream team of '92. Like these women, it's who's competing with them. It's not a game right now. So the women, I feel like, are dominate all the way to go. If they do not, then I will be highly shocked, or somebody had to get injured or something for them not to take home the gold with ease.
All right, lastly, NFL news. And precursor, man, there's a lot of NFL talk today for our NFL fans. There will be a lot of NFL talk. Go ahead, bro.
Listen, man, QBs have been cashing in. They on some Jerry Maguire, show me the money. You dig what I'm saying? After holding out, Jordan Love signed a 4-year, $220 million extension. Tua also signed a 4-year, $212 million contract extension after leading the league in passing with over 4,000 plus yards. Highest paid QBs right now. Joe Burrow, $55 million a year. Trevor Lawrence, $55 million a year. Justin Love, $55 million a year. Jordan Love, I'm sorry. Tua, I'm just gonna call his first name. His mama named him Tua, I'm gonna call him Tua. $53 million a year. Jared Goff, $53 million a year. Herbert, $52 million, $52.5 million, and Jackson, $52 million. It's the year of the quarterback, man. These quarterbacks are getting paid. And I'm gonna say this before we go into Steelers news and everything that's going on. Shout out to the black quarterback finally getting money.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Because for so long, it's only been said that black quarterbacks were only athletic and they didn't have IQ or didn't have accuracy or didn't have anything or any of that. Listen, out of those ones that I just named, Love, Tua, and Jackson are brothers. And Hurts is right there. He's 8th, if I'm not mistaken. I think Hurts is 8, and he's in the top 10. But my point is, shout out to the black quarterback for holding out and still being able to get their bag. And not only just getting their bag and then disappearing, but getting their bag and showing up. And we'll talk a little more about that. Out in Steelers camp, Justin Fields is standing out for the Steelers as Russell Wilson has been sidelined with an injury. He was back, but it was like limited play. And right now it looks like Fields will be the starter for the Steelers right now, man. It's a couple of holdouts or hold-ins, as they're calling it. What's my man name out in 49ers, man, the receiver?
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, Ayuk. My man's right there. He he's holding in. And what I mean by that, my dude is actually in camp. He's just not practicing until he gets him a new deal. Chicago Bears gave their quarterback, their wide receiver an extension. And I got this on my phone. Y'all got to forgive me because I normally don't do this. I'm normally looking at my screen, but I want to make sure I'm accurate. DJ Moore gets a new contract extension for 4 years, $110 million, 82 of that guaranteed. Here's the deal with that. He becomes the highest, this is the highest Bears contract in history. He had all career highs last season. But guess what, one word? The one word that was thrown into him is now in Pittsburgh. So y'all gave him all this money with the hopes of this rookie coming in and being able to do the same thing. It's not the same. You dig what I mean? Also, after holding out, we know about Jordan Love getting his. I just want to make sure I got all of this. Yes, that's all the NFL news that I have. It will be a lot of NFL talking this, but this contract stuff is different nowadays. You sign a contract, get mad. It's like me signing the contract. I'm the highest paid. Then see next year come and get a higher contract. Now I want to hold out and not honor my contract. I think it's trash, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, the whole system in NFL is kind of set up weird because there's so much money weighted towards the quarterback, and then the rest of the players don't get as much, so they forced to hold out. You know what I'm saying? Or the quarterback is forced to hold out because they want to get their market value. And but I mean, it's the way it works. And the NFL is the biggest sport by far not in the NBA, in the whole America. Period. But their pay system is crazy to me. But it's high injuries. So
high injuries. They literally putting their lives on the line. I get it. You know what I mean? That's why they be so big about that. Like that DJ Moore, 82 of that. 82 of that is guaranteed. It's all about the guarantee money because the rest of that is incentives.
But the crazy part is, like you said, he had all those records and played that well with Justin Fields, who is in Pittsburgh right now. Now, I believe Caleb Williams is going to be awesome for them. I think he's going to be very, very good. But he's a rookie, totally unproven. We'll know in a month. First few games, we'll see what he look like. But, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, hopefully it works out, man. I think his talent level is higher coming in than Justin Fields. But at the end of the day, I think Justin Fields will end up still being a good quarterback, especially now that he's over there with Mike Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Russell Wilson got hurt at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Because he messed around. Guess who's running with all the ones right now? Justin Fields. He's running with all them. He getting all the chemistry together, and they going to believe in him. And then Russell Wilson going to come back with that entitlement stuff. They going to look at, man, we ain't studying you one word, and he going to go with youth. Russell Wilson may mess around and be out the league, We'll see.
I will say this about Russell Wilson that I am impressed of. Mentoring the guy.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? I think this is the thing. If it was a younger Russ, maybe, I don't know. I never really followed Russ' career to the point of knowing how his attitude is. He's always seemed to be humble. Even how they treated him in Seattle, he was still humble. He was classy. Russ has nothing to prove. He got a bowl. You know what I mean? He got a ring under. He got a ring. He goes from Seattle. He's considered a Seattle great. He'll forever be enshrined. They'll retire his jersey and do all that stuff for the Seahawks. And then he gets traded. And now we go to Denver, get a new coach in Denver. They clash, and now he's in Pittsburgh. Even if he is a backup quarterback, they would be a fool to drop him. If Fields gets number one and then Russ is behind him, so be it. It's just a class act for Russ. But he has nothing to prove, man. He has absolutely nothing to prove, in my opinion.
All right, man, let's go to that soapbox segment.
Soapbox.
All right, this is our soapbox segment when me and Rob go back and forth for 2 minutes and we go off on whatever's on our mind. Rob normally talks about sports. I normally talk about literally whatever's on my mind. We have a timer that looks a little bit like that right there. And I always let my brother go first. My brother, is you ready?
Somewhat, somehow. You dig what I'm saying?
All right. Go ahead,
Yo,
brother.
What up, Vegas? Hey, this is what I want to say on my soapbox today, man. If it wasn't for the Olympics, I'd be bored as heck. Because right now, when I turn on SportsCenter, the only thing I see is baseball. And that's all my baseball fans. I know it's America's pastime, and that's what we call it. But I'm going to tell y'all something. It's not my pastime. As a matter of fact, that time passes when it's on because I don't watch it. And I'm stuck to watch everything but sports. I don't want to see cornhole or handball or any of those things. But what I will say, if you haven't watched the Olympics, pay attention to how sports bring everybody together. This is the one thing I do like about the Olympics because it doesn't matter where you're from. When you talk about the Sudan, where Lu Dang put up his own money so that South Sudan, even though they lost today, could play in the Olympics. He forwarded it. Shout out to the Lakers for paying him the money that they paid him. Man, he's a Duke Blue Devil. You dig what I mean? So when it comes to sports right now, it's dry. But the Olympics is actually carrying me through. I'm not going to lie to you. Ping pong. If table tennis, they call it ping pong. That has been my thing. Do this whole thing watching the ping pong championships, and
Man,
then
they
of
be
course we
so
watch
into
this.
it.
They be into it, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, I have
Yeah.
never seen and sweating. You know what I'm saying? Badminton, volleyball,
Yeah.
all of these
Yeah.
things to get me through, because this is going to be going on for a month before the WNBA start back, and before we start getting college football and NFL football at the end of next month when we start looking at these preseason games. So thank you, Olympics, for coming this year to save me so I won't have to look at cornhole championships and a bunch of stuff that I really can care less about. You know what I mean? I like throwing darts. I don't want to watch it on TV. You dig what I mean? I'll watch pool, but I'd rather play it in person. I'm just saying. That's my soapbox. I really ain't got too much. I'm just happy the Paris Olympics are here to get me through these dog days of summer.
All right, so I'm going to do I had one soapbox in mind. I'm going to change it right here. I want to do my soapbox on this. It was announced a couple of weeks ago, last week, that the NBA has plans to sign a deal, or they have signed a deal with Amazon and NBC to put all their sports media rights, NBC and ESPN, to put all their games on. NBC will have a lot of games on Monday, and I think they're going to have like a Sunday night basketball, kind of like Sunday night football when football season is over. And basically, 4 to 5 nights a week, there will be big national televised game. Before this, the only real national where you can watch it without cable was on ABC. Now you have ABC and NBC. Here's what my soapbox is on. Because I've been watching the Olympics, I've been forced to watch Peacock. I have this app, and I never really watched it. I watched the show when I first got it. I still paid for it. I don't really, it's like $2 or $3. Cool. And I've been watching it was Iron Eagle and Dwayne Wade announcing the men's basketball game. Now, Dwayne Wade's not that great. Iron Eagle is very good. Not Iron Eagle, Noah Eagle. Iron Eagle's son, Noah Eagle, is very, very good. And I started looking at the format of this. I said, man, NBA going to be all right, dog. It's going to be all right. Because NBA on NBC, they already got the music. And I'm going to play a little snippet. Don't get us. That music that we used to hear back in the day of the NBA back in the day, they used to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? It was like this. That one there, right? That was dope. And it's coming back, and I think they're going to have some very, very dope programming. So my soapbox is this. I'm not complaining. I'm happy about it. You know why? I love Inside the NBA for their comedy and that way they talk about stuff and they mess with each other. You know what I did not love about the Inside the NBA? They don't really watch the games. Yeah. And I didn't like that. And you know what I loved about football coverage? Nobody talks about football and don't watch the game. Nobody ever does that. None of the older players in football watch it and hate on the younger players. You know what they did on Inside the NBA? That very thing. And that's the only thing I'm happy about not seeing no more. And I would love to hear it from another angle. And I also love the fact that it's streaming. I know people don't like streaming or whatever. Wake up, dog. Streaming is everywhere.
Yeah,
and being able, and if they can replace that Raggedy Bally's app, where I gotta watch my games, I think the heat on the Bally's too, ain't it? Yeah. If we gotta get past this stupid Bally's app, and I can see something on Amazon Prime, I'm happy. So salute to NBA for getting that new deal. And man, what they get, like $71 billion? Like something ridiculous.
Something silly.
Something ignorant, dog. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead, bro.
I say this from your soapbox. I just hope they keep NBA TV. My whole purpose.
Yeah. I do want that, dog.
My whole purpose of getting YouTube TV was NBA TV. You know what I mean? When we had PlayStation Plus. You know what I mean? Because PlayStation Plus, PlayStation View.
Yeah.
That was one of the best cable apps you could possibly get. And you didn't have to have a PlayStation.
Fire.
But it was because of NBA TV, because Spectrum don't have NBA TV. So I just hope they find another way to keep NBA TV around, because I need that in my life.
Me too, man. Let's get to our debate fuel segment. Come up with something. All right. This is our debate fuel segment where me and Rob go back and forth on particular subjects. We go for 5 minutes, like the timer you see right there. When it's over, hear a buzzer that sounds like this. Let's get into our first subject for tonight. Let me here we go. First one. Was Steve Kerr wrong for not playing Jason Tatum against Serbia? That was on this past Sunday, on the game. They blew them out. They won by 18-19. Kevin Durant lost his mind that game. Went 8 for 8,
9.
looking
8 for,
smooth.
yeah,
8 for 8, and then missed one finally. Looking super smooth out there. First time he played since April. Boy, looking real nice. But Jason Tatum, who just won the NBA championship, did not play 1 minute. What's he wrong for that, Mr. Davis?
No matter what Kerr does, he will be criticized. Nobody, it's so many people who don't like Kerr, man. That's Mike Jackson's team. Yeah, and my brother over there don't like Kerr. He don't like Kerr's decisions, but this is what I'm going to tell everybody. Okay. Kerr is not so arrogant that he's not listening to Tyloo, Spoelstra, and some of the other people that are on that bench. Okay. Today, Embiid set out against Sudan. You want to know why?
Yeah.
They sped up the pace. They sped up the pace. They should have sent Embiid. I will say this. They should have sent Embiid home like they did Kawhi Leonard because he slows it down. Bam Adebayo went crazy today. 18 points, right?
Yeah.
Tatum only had 4 points today on 2 for 4 shooting. This is the international game. And I'm going to let you go and I'll finish my thought, brother.
I think as a coach, he has every right not to play whoever he want to play. This is not the NBA. This is Olympic basketball. It's a totally different game. It's by the FIBA rules, right? FIBA rules is totally different. It's only 40 minutes, and you have basically a whole team of Hall of Famers. Somebody's not going to play. That somebody should not have been Jason Tatum, though, in my opinion. Here who it should have been. One of the other players that did not play was Tyrese Halliburton. Good. He didn't need to play. You know what I'm saying? He's good. His game does not fit this particular team. The other person who should not have been playing actually shouldn't even be on the team. It's Joel Embiid. They should, like Rob said, they should have sent his butt home. But since they didn't, he need to sit down. He need to just sit out this game. He need to sit out the rest of the whole tournament because he's slowing them down. Listen, we talked about last week how maybe they're old or whatever. I think the oldness was him because KD looked fine coming right off an injury, splashing that junk. You know what I'm saying? LeBron looking great. One reason, he got no back-to-backs. He's only playing really 6 games, so he can rest. He's good. He's looking like young LeBron. So I think, but for this point here, why I say it was wrong, because of who Jason Tatum is. I don't care if he talked to him before, all that. Steve Kerr, I give him hell as a coach. End of the day, he deserved to be the coach. He's won championships. He has a resume for it. But I don't think that was a good move. And when he was asked about it, he immediately mouthed all over it. You know what I'm saying? But the next game, he's going to definitely play. Nah, dog, if you decide of him not to play, you stand on that. Be the coach. Yeah, we say he ain't going to play, and he ain't playing because we got the best players. We decide for him not to play. Next question. But nah, he going to stumble and fumble all over that. I ain't like that. So go ahead, bro.
This is the other thing, man. FIBA basketball and international play is very, very physical. Yeah. All year long on this show, we've been talking about how Tatum ain't that physical, bro. And Serbia is a physical team. So he put the people out there that he felt like should have played. So that's why I didn't really have a problem. He put White out there. Well, why is White out there? White has a nice basketball IQ. White knows where to go because he's a role player. So we always think about, this is what I'll say about White being on this team. We always think about superstars for the Olympics.
Right.
And nobody ever thinks about glue for the superstars. Meaning that one word that don't have to have the ball in his hand, but he can hit a shot. Drew Holiday is the perfect fit for this team.
Perfect.
My man plays defense. He can hit the midi. He can hit a 3 if need be. Like, Drew is in there. And Drew and White, at first I didn't see it. I watched that Sudan game today, and White is just plugged in and where he need to be, and he ain't worried about shots. He trying to set up this person. Curry went 1 for 9 today.
Yeah.
1 for 9.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking about this because he hasn't caught fire. Now, when he catches fire, it's a wrap. We know how Curry goes.
Right.
You know, but Tatum not playing in game 1, I don't have a problem with it because of physicality from the Serbia team. Y'all got to remember, they played Serbia in the exhibition game. There was something that coaching staff saw that they said, we going to sit Tatum down.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's some people they could have, but Joel Embiid needed to be there because say what you want about being slow and him playing the Joker, That was a perfect fit. And this is a game of matchups, and that's I feel like that's what Curry is doing matchups today. And B, sit your slow tail down because they're gonna try to speed it up. And in the beginning, it looked like Sudan was about to do the same thing. And then
Yeah.
US said, "Go sit down."
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to what Hagen. He asked us a question: who should be there if not Embiid? He said, "I'm just asking who y'all think, not arguing. I just want arguing for him to be there, though." So he's not even arguing for him to be there. But if Embiid's not there, who do we think?
I don't have a problem with Embiid being there because we don't have that many big men in the league right now that I can say better than Embiid. You got Anthony.
Definitely not.
You got Anthony Davis who needs to be there, and you have Embiid who's there. My issue with Embiid being there is I felt like he shouldn't be on the Americans team. Yes, I understand he has his citizenship. I'm not on no hating stuff, no racial stuff. I just don't feel like he should be on the USA team. You dig what I mean? Everybody else. And I'll say this. I know we're going over, but it's our show. R.J. Barrett playing for Canada. Dylan Brooks playing for Canada. Jamal Murray playing for Canada. SGA playing for Canada. Wagner playing for Germany. You dig what I'm saying? Jokic playing for Serbia. Luka playing for his country. My point is they're taking pride on where they're from, even though they now live in America. Now, for Embiid, he has his reasons. Salute to your brother. Do what you do. All I'm saying is, I don't think it should. That's my only argument. As far as him being on the team since he's here, how can I replace him? I don't know no other big. And somebody, Mr. G was good. If anybody is in here, how in the world and who in the world going to take Embiid's spot as a big man?
I don't think there's nobody that could really take his spot, but I think he was useful for one game. When they played against Jokic, right? He's a matchup for Jokic. All right, there's one Jokic out there. One. I think he should be – I think if he's on the team, if he has to be there, right, then I think he should come off the bench. I think that's the problem. They get out to a slow start every game. You know why? Because slow Embiid is out there. Every game they start in a deficit. And they mess around and play the wrong team, they'll catch an L. With playing around that deficit stuff because you're just playing the wrong guy. He may be injured. He may just be slow, whatever. So that's my thing. Mr. G said Jackson. No, I love my guy, but no. I mean, Jackson as a third big, like in that total reserve role, if somebody get hurt, okay. But the starters, to me, honestly, should be
He's
Bam.
slow too, though.
My guy Jackson? No, he ain't.
Not a
the
big.
starter. He's 7 foot.
He don't play big though, bro. He likes shooting threes.
I agree. What I'm saying is, you have one player overseas that they're going to play that actually play big. They already played him. So in that case, if you're going to have Embiid, we need him for that one game. But I would say, who should be starting? We'll move on because we went along with this. Who should be starting for them should be AD and Bam. There's a great defensive tandem.
They showed it today,
AD
bro.
Get some points. They can run. They can space the floor. Both of them can shoot out 2 to 3. Both of them play great defense. Both of them big. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But next subject, man, we'll move on this one. Next one. Out of the first quarterbacks in the 2020 draft, who will win the Super Bowl first? I was going to let you tell everybody who those quarterbacks are. I didn't have room or enough characters for that. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so and out of the first 5 quarterbacks selected in that draft, and that's what he's talking about, is Joe Burrow, Tua, Herbert, Love, and Hurts. Now, pay-wise, and I'll give you this again, Burrow, tied for the highest paid. Tua, 4th highest paid. Justin Herbert, is it Justin? 6th highest paid. Love, tied for the highest paid along with Burrow, and Hurts, 8th highest paid. Now, they getting their bag, but out of those quarterbacks, who's going to win the Super Bowl first?
I go first. It's always make you go first. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. Light work. If he healthy, he going to get there. He healthy. In my opinion, if he's healthy and he's not hurt, he will get there. He's already been to a Super Bowl. Already.
Yeah.
All these other guys ain't been close. They ain't sniffed the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going with Hurts, brother. I gotta go with
I mean,
Higgins.
Jalen Hurts nice. He's nice. He's nice. I love. I mean, he was hurt last. He was kind of hurt last year too. I think Higgins would say that he was hurt last year, and that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Burrow, but I respect Hurts. I respect it. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and then when you get in there, Love from out in Green Bay, I think they got a lot of stuff that they need to got to work on. I'm not sold on Herbert, man. I know everybody like him with the Chargers. I'm just not sold on him, man. And
I
Tua,
don't think he's a winner.
And Tua, let me tell y'all something. Tua might be the sneak peek, but he's over there in that AFC East, and that's a problem. AFC East is a problem, bro. And then all of them people, when I say winning the Super Bowl, the rest of them one words got to go through Mahomes. Hurts is the only one that got to go through the Cowboys. He's it.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the NFC has, you got the Vikings and you got the 49ers doing their thing, but Hurts is the one I think can get back to the bowl and actually win it, bro. Because he was kind of hurt last year.
The reason I say Burrow is this. Joe Burrow is one of the few people that has sent Patrick Mahomes home.
He is.
There ain't a lot of people sent him home. Now, Hurts met him in a Super Bowl, and Hurts played y'all excuse my French, hell of a game. I got to say it. He did. And I got a lot of respect for Hurts. Only reason I say Burrow because he has beat him a few times. And I would go far to say he might have their number a little bit. I just respect Burrow big, but my number 2 and very, very close to my 1 would be Hurts. And I can respect anybody who pick Hurts. All the rest of them dudes, Herbert, Herbert, man.
No.
I can't say it for Herbert. You know what I'm saying? All the rest of these dudes, Tua, man, as soon as it get cold, he can't play no more. Just like everybody else in Miami. As soon as it get cold, if there ain't no dome up north, they can't deal with it. It's too cold. You know what I'm saying? Bird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All the rest of them dudes, I don't trust them. But yeah, I hear the Hurts argument. And they would never have to play them until the Super Bowl. So until the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Respect it. It's just because I seen Burrow do it. I just like, man, this dude different.
That was some years ago, though, brother. He is different. But Joe Cool was cooled off last year. Brother.
I mean, my boy got that Eminem hair right now. I don't know if you seen the picture. The boy got that straight blonde.
Yeah, with the blonde.
Like Slim Shady.
Yeah.
So
Slim Shady to the fullest. And I'm going to tell you something. His chances of winning that bowl from Kansas City is shady right now, bro. It is not.
This is true.
Because my and we're gonna talk more about Pat Mahomes in a minute, but my thing is they're gearing up, bro. Like the Chiefs has geared up, and I don't want to get too much into our next topic, but Hurts, who out in the NFC is really going to be in the Eagles' way this year? Like I can't see it because everybody is gone. Huh? Yeah, but they got holdouts. Their tight end,
Williams ain't hold out forever.
We'll see. Look, they tight end. He still ain't Williams. I can't think of his first name, but Williams ain't reported. Your boy, I can't never say his name.
Trent Williams.
No, the other dude. The
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, that one word too. They're so worried about their bag right now, and it's like, okay, in football, you don't have time not to have chemistry. This ain't like basketball where you got 82. They got 18 games, my guy. You got 18 games to figure it out. And all it takes is a hamstring. Because when you're not in football shape, it ain't no just getting out there like KD did in the Olympics. Like one wrong move, it's a sprained ankle. It's a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
It's you get hit the wrong way. Like, it's different, bro. So the 49ers, yes. And then they still doubting the quarterback. No matter what this man do, he gets doubted. So I don't see nobody in Hurts' way if they stay healthy. I really don't. And if anybody that's listening to me, you name me one team that's going to be a threat to the Eagles outside of the 49ers. Maybe the Vikings? I'll wait.
Cowboys.
I'll wait.
Nope. All right.
CD Lamb on his money, brother.
One of them folks ain't going to get it. All right. Are the Ravens a Super Bowl or bust team? What does it mean if they lose to the Chiefs early? And they play the Chiefs, I believe, the third game they play in the season. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs the one sent them home last year. So are the Ravens a Super Bowl or bust team? First question. And then what does it mean if they lose to the Chiefs early? Mr. Davis.
Yes, they are. They're definitely Super Bowl or bust after what happened in the playoffs last year with
Yeah.
Jackson trying to prove to everybody he can pass. What does it mean if they lose early to the Chiefs? Absolutely nothing, because the
Yeah.
Chiefs lost early last year, and everybody was up in arms when they lost, I think, against Cleveland, and
Yeah.
them boys went on ahead and took the Super Bowl home. You dig what I mean?
Yeah.
2022 Ravens was 10-7. Last year they went 13-4, and they lost a wild card when they went 10-7. Last year they lost in the conference championship against the Chiefs. They picked up Henry, bro.
That's true.
They
Derrick
picked
Henry.
up Henry.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
that rushing threat now, I don't think anybody really paid attention to Henry because he was down in Tennessee and nobody saw it.
Right.
But they picked up Henry. That's getting ready to be. That's about to be a monster of a team, bro.
Yeah. So are the Ravens a Super Bowl or bust team? Absolutely, Super Bowl or bust.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Nothing else is going to matter for that team. And then does it mean? What does it mean if they lose to the Chiefs early? I'm gonna say nothing tentatively, but the fact that the Chiefs put them out, it could put in their head, can we beat them? You know what I'm saying? Because that could soak in. It's like, dog, man, we got Derrick Henry, we got all this, we got a new offensive coordinator, we got new all this, and we still lost to these folks. God, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it could. Now, I'm not saying these guys not mentally tough. They could come back and bounce back. They should bounce back. But I don't know, man. That could be tough on them, dog, if they mess around and take that L. And I think Chiefs going to be very, very good again this year. Go ahead, bro.
No, I think the Chiefs are going to be good. And again, we'll get a little more on the Chiefs in a minute. But as far as the Baltimore Ravens go, they AFC tough, bro. That's all I'm saying. The AFC is tough.
Very much
and
so.
it's not one of them situations where, okay, what is it called? It's not one of them situations where they anything goes. And what I mean by that anything goes part, like Baltimore is in the AFC North. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
That's Massage Envy, if y'all know who I'm talking about. And and that's the Steelers.
Yeah.
It's not an easy division. Then you got the Dolphins, the Bills, Texans, CJ Stroud. That boy was doing his thing. So, and then, of course, you got the Kansas City Chiefs and everybody else. So it's Super Bowl or bust, but this, like I said about Hurts having an easy road, I don't see that. I don't see that. But it is Super Bowl or bust with these boys. Nothing else to say about it.
No, they got. I think Lamar Jackson, for his record, for his reputation, he got to win something. I'm sorry. He has to win something. Look, I think he's very, very good. Like you said last year, he messed around trying to prove to people that he can throw the ball. Dog, skip all that, man. Win. You know what I'm saying? We got to see you win this big game. We got to see you win. And I know Mahomes is the big monster right here, man, but he's human, man. Somebody can beat him. It's possible. And your team is loaded. You have a team that should be able to win. You know what I'm saying? And listen, run the ball, dog. Your biggest threat as a quarterback is your legs. Yes, you can throw the ball a little bit, and they say you can get hurt and all that. I get it. You can get hurt. You 27 years old. You've been running all your life. One word, you good. They still can't tackle you well. Run that ball, dog. You know what I'm saying? And let Big Henry run. Let him run and open up the hole. You know what I'm saying? Run it. And then you come back with that, then come off the play action and do some stuff like that, then see where it go. And I think y'all can win something, man, this year.
I think they're good. But, I mean, like you said earlier, it could be mental. I didn't think about that part. They get in like, dang, we still can't beat these boys. But it's week 3. NFL is that's a long season, bro. That's number one. And, yes, it's Super Bowl or bust. You betted on yourself, you got your bag. You lost Hollywood Brown. You dig what I mean? A couple of seasons ago, and that was your go-to. But now you got other parts and pieces to go. And the bottom line is, we talk about he tried to prove himself, but he had tried to prove himself because if you look at that game in that championship, he didn't trust nobody, bro.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And he tried to trust them by staying in the pocket. And by the time it was for him trying to get out of there and run, he made Kansas City defense look like it was first team defensive lineman and everybody else up there.
Mr. G said, how come y'all don't put the same pressure on Allen? My answer to that is because I don't think Allen is better than him. I think Lamar Jackson is better. That's why. I think Lamar Jackson is the better player. I think he's much better, actually.
Way better. And not only
I
that,
I don't think Allen is trash. I ain't going to say he's
no.
trash or nothing. I just think Lamar Jackson is better. Season, I think he has a higher ceiling than Josh Allen. But Josh Allen is very, very good now. I ain't gonna don't let me hold you. And I agree with you, Mr. G. He ain't never made it to the conference finals, and he need to get there too. But Allen is not as deadly as Lamar Jackson is. I think Lamar Jackson is a more talented quarterback. That's my opinion.
Man, that division that Allen in, he about to get some truth because you got you got Prima Donna coming back if he stay healthy and Rodgers. You got Tua and the Miami Dolphins coming through, and your Patriots. You know what I mean? I don't count the I
think your Patriots will be better.
They will be. You know what I mean? So Josh Allen won 11-6 last year in that division. Both him and the Dolphins, they just kept fumbling, man. They're not literally fumbling. They just kept fumbling big wins, and they ended up tying in that division.
All right, last question for tonight. Who's the biggest threat to Mahomes winning a third MVP? Who's the biggest threat to Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, that is, winning a third MVP? Mr. Davis.
Mahomes. Let me tell you something, bro. Right. Look, my man got Travis Kelce, right? And now Hollywood Brown. The only thing Mahomes has to do is stay healthy, my guy. That's it. My man got a receiving core and a decent running game. But my man got a receiving core 1, 2, and 3. I can hit you deep. I can hit you in the middle. Or I can do a slant route. I got weapons. I think this is the most weapons Mahomes have had off the line of scrimmage. You dig what I mean? With a decent running back. You don't need you don't need a Travis. You don't need a Henry behind you to come out. Not when you got them out there. Because now you're gearing up for the pass. So guess what I got? I got the bootleg. I got the dump off. I got the 5 in the cross. Like Mahomes right now, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna have a surprise because I always say Joe Burrow. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna say with Jalen Hurts because I think what Jalen Hurts did last year, that was an anomaly. And what I mean by that, that's not him.
No.
You know what I'm saying? My man was hurt. You know what I'm saying? They had all these new coordinators and all that crap, man. They had a lot going on. I think it's gonna be a bounce back season for this man. And if he goes off like I think he can, he goes back to like he was the year before, they'll give it to him. Because that team's record gonna be totally different. They'll be running the NFC and they're gonna get a lot of props and you know what happens to voters. They have this thing called voters fatigue. You know what I'm saying? That's why Embiid won one year. Not saying Embiid wasn't good, but Joker has proved himself to be awesome for like 3 years in a row. I know we're talking football right now, but I'm saying for example, voters fatigue happens. But if I had to pick somebody, I'm going to say Jalen Hurts because I think he's bouncing back this year in a big way. Big way.
I got a surprise for you, bro.
All right.
C.J. Stroud.
Oh, I thought about that. About that.
If CJ has the type of season like he did last year, he may be knocking on the door. CJ had a hectified season last year, and I think because he was in that market being down there with the Texans, a lot of people didn't really pay attention to what he was doing until he got to the playoffs and the big stage because, let's face it, who the heck watching Texans games is not Texans fans? They just they don't do it. But CJ Stroud might be knocking on the door, bro.
CJ Stroud is nice.
Yeah, he might be knocking on the door, or we just talked about him, depending on the type of season, Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Ms. G said Hurts has Hurts' new coordinator going to sink him, which is Kellen Moore. Used to be the coordinator for the Cowboys. Kellen Moore, he was a quarterback back in the day. I don't know if he's going to be bad for them just because he wasn't that great for the Cowboys. I think for the Cowboys, he was trying to make Dak do stuff Dak can't do. Now, he may try to do the same thing that he tried to do with Dak with Jalen Hurts. I don't know. But I got faith in Hurts, man. I just say that. But that is a very good point, Mr. G. Go ahead, bro.
No, hey, what's up, sis? How you doing? Just like real quick, man, like the Lamar Jackson factor, depending on what he does with Henry and if he can get him back there when we talked about Super Bowl or bust, if he has that Super Bowl type season, Lamar Jackson can definitely be there. But my long shot or my sleeper pick would be CJ Stroud. Real talk. If he can do what he did last year and go on, it's gonna have to be awesome though. No fumbles, because Mahomes has a lot of weapons this year to sit back and just have a good time.
Hagan said something very good point. Stroud might also have a sophomore slump. That's a good point.
Yeah. Defense is geared up for him. The defense is in prep for him and got him ready. And
right, he ain't shocking nobody no more.
No, he not. So we'll see. I'm just saying that's a sleeper. Lamar, listen, Mahomes is definitely going to be my favorite with all the weapons that he have now. Yeah. And then they just want to. It's easy to them. Mahomes is the new Tom Brady, and nobody wants to talk about it. But Mahomes in the system that he's in is reminiscent of Tom Brady with Belichick. You dig what I mean? Only difference is they going out there to win. If you think about it, he has a tight end. Yeah. The Pats has never had a big time running game. They had my man from here in St. Louis for a minute. They've had this person. They had this. Even when they had Randy Moss, a superstar receiver, they lost. Yep. They didn't win.
True.
When they grab ordinary modes, you dig what I'm saying? They won. Nobody. It was all about Brady. And my man, Andy Reid is showing he knows how to coach, and he's showing I know how to coach Mahomes. So Mahomes he's the modern day, in my opinion. He's the modern day Brady, and they doing their thing.
All right, man.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of people that do not like the Chiefs, bro. Kelsey going down this year. That's a true Pats fan.
Nah, I don't think Travis Kelce gonna be Rob. You want to smoke, Mr. G? I don't think Kelce gonna. I think Kelce on the way down too. I ain't gonna lie. Kelce he's not a young tight end, man. Keep my team out your comments.
First of all, hey, that's hilarious, Mr. G. I needed that. First of all, I put him in the comments on a good note. I said he's the modern day Brady, and then oh my goodness, you can't say nothing about the Belichick. So what? We deflated the balls. They couldn't throw anyway. Have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Look, man, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button just like you see on there. That way you are notified anytime we go live. Tomorrow we have our Faith and Music show. Next week we got 3 shows coming at you. Everything is ready to go. Lord willing, we will definitely be here on your screen. You can also support us. Cash App, Not the Same Podcast, notthesamepodcast.com/support. One word, got to do a better job on updating that website. But the way you're in the comments, looking at these shorts that's been popping up and going, look, the shorts have been going crazy, man, on TikTok, on YouTube. Slide through on our Faith and Music show. We be talking about some real life stuff, man, and it's relatable. I know everybody think about are they Christians? They don't know. Look, man, we talking about real life stuff because Christians go through real life things as well. Last week we talked about it's okay to not be okay. These are the things on how you can support us. I know this is the sports show, but we are more than just about sports. We're about helping people grow in their lives, man, because we should be life learners at all times. You dig? You should never be like, I'm grown. If you grown, you can't learn no more in one word. So those are the ways that you can support the Not the Same podcast. Just turn on that notification button so you know when we pop up. And we appreciate everybody that slid through tonight.
Hey, my boy said it all. I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We out, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Tell them it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it Not the Same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then knock an episode about the part we not the same. Faith, culture, not the same. Boy, I feel like Robert Dean. And just like Robert been redeemed, glory to the King. I feel like C-Micah, this music with faith in it. Put the word on 808, I'm talking great. Steph Curry with the shot. Boy, I'm talking long distance. Boy, you messing with a Grizzly, you would think I played in Memphis. We be going back and forth, this like Serena playing tennis. But it's LLC's up in this thing, that means we stand on tennis. This the podcast, and we call it Not the Same. Yeah, this the podcast, Not the Same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then knock an episode about